Hello friends, Namaskaram. So today I am going to post another video after a long time because I had a lot of work to do where I need to focus on that. So I was not able to do any of the videos. But I'll try to make at least one video going forward per week. At least there would be some sort of a continuation. So before I start, I want to pray to my God, my Guruji. तपो विद्यावरत्यादि सद्गुणों का करणहम वादराज अग्रुन वंदे गुरुवदय श्रेयान. In my last video, I basically talked about, I would be talking about Ramayana and other things. So I just spent some time today on Ramayana, and I'll try to see the way Rama plays an important role in certain, what I can say, in certain areas, or why he is required. Ramayana basically is always associated with number 7. Mahabharata is associated with 18. Ramayana is always associated with 7. So if you see, the war went for 7 days, then he was born on the 7th nakshatra. From the 7th day of the Rama was born, Hanuman was born on the Purnami. In Tamil Nadu, they celebrate Hanuman Jayanti on December, which is incorrect. That is called as Hanuman Vrata. In Hanuman Vrata, it is the process is something different. You need to do some sort of donations in terms of books and other things, so that you get more spiritual knowledge. That is called as Hanuman Vrata. Whatever you do it in December, Hanuman Jayanti comes, or Hanuman was born or made an avatar, Vayu made an avatar as Hanuman on the 7th day from where Rama was born, which basically comes down to Purnami. Now, if you see, right, since I said that 7, right, it is also related to Ketu. Ketu is very, very spiritually planet. It's a very spiritual planet. So though in terms of materialistic it can create some sort of a harm, but they are very good in terms of spirituality. So if you see that most of the sannyasis, okay, who are running some sort of a mat or something like that, they have Rama, they will have at least one Rama idol in their what I can say, as part of that daily puja. Okay, so Rama idol will always be there, because Rama is the one who gives you the capability to administer and run. Okay, so that's the Rama's ability, and he is the one who can bring down the ego. Why, for sun Rama needs to be worshipped is because sun is basically like more like a king attitude, and it gives a lot of egoism also associated with that. And if you see, especially for females, right, who are having sun in their lagna, they will always be very dominating, and they have a very some sort of a the personal life in our married life may not be as smooth as it is, because they want to dominate. Okay, these kind of negativity can be reduced only when you start doing Rama's puja. So that's one thing. So I talked about the spiritual gurus having Rama as an idol in their puja items. So I just talked because they need that qualities to run that institute. And Rama, if you clearly see, right, Rama and Lakshmana, Vishwamitra actually took him and used them for protection. So when he was doing yagya and he wants to get protected from some sort of demons, right? So Vishwamitra took Rama and Lakshmana with him. Now there's a message here. When you are in trouble, or you want to reduce the negativity of say Saturn or some sort of a bad graha on you, if you start doing Rama's puja, he is going to help you. So um, the reason is he becomes like a shield to you, who prevents the negative rays of the planet falling on you, and thereby preventing you to in terms of obstructions or any other actions that can happen. Okay, so Rama is basically, if you do Rama's puja very uh, you can be assured that you will be protected against the negative effects of any planet or demons or whatever it is. So that's one of the reasons. See, Vishwamitra took him to forest and made him to protect his yajna. It's a message to all of us. Okay, you do Rama's puja, you will get protection from him. So you can say Saturn's negative effect, right, that will fall, or the Saturn's negative rays or view on you will be nullified. So thereby Rama protects you from Shani, or it can be Rahu, or it can be anything. So it's necessary to do Rama's puja also. And there's one interesting thing. If when you do Rama's puja, or if you are very extensive devotee of Rama, you are assured to become head of an institute, maybe in the same birth or in the next birth. Okay, so that's the, because the Rama's quality is to govern. Okay, so I'll give one classic example. People don't understand why Yudhishthira was born first. So Arjuna could have born first, or Bhima could have born first. Why only Yudhishthira? There's a reason for that. Yudhishthira is an avatar of an Yama. And Yama Ishta Devata is, or Upasana Devata. I'll not say Ishta Devata, it's Upasana Devata. Upasana Devata is Rama. So Yama worships Rama. Okay, since he is working doing puja to Rama, he needs to be given the title of a king. So when that's the reason Kunti was made to think about Yama in the beginning, because he felt a dharma can be there when Yudhishthira become, or when Yama is born first. But if you look in detail, the other reason is because since Yama is doing puja to Rama, he needs to rule over a certain kingdom. Okay, that's the other reason which I wanted to tell. And Ramayana is completely about the process. If you carefully look at it, right, see, Rama sent a messenger, then he crossed the ocean, then he fought with Ravana, then he got back Sita. But if you look it in a very broader perspective, Rama just could have simply said, okay, Hanuman, get me the Sita from there. Let us finish this war, or there can be no war also. Okay, because if Hanuman brings back Sita, then there was no need for a war. So, but Rama did not do that. Rama thought in a long-term issues. Okay, because if you see, he made that as a process. First you do this, then you go to the next step, follow the third step. Okay, then you attain the goal. So typically, if you see, I can say what doctors do. Okay, they are all very process oriented. They need to follow a sequence of steps in a orderly manner, so that the required task is accomplished. So Rama is in more in that category where he tries to follow the steps in a very sequential way. And Rama also thought about in the long term. Okay, see, for example, Rama killed Ravana and installed Bibhishna. Okay, who was a devotee of Sri Rama. Now in Mahabharata, what happened when Nakula, I think it's Sahadeva came from the north, that is Hastinapur to Indraprastha to towards south. Okay, so he met Vibhishna realizing that it is the Krishna who was Rama before, became accepted Yudhishthira as an emperor. Okay, now you think the other way around. Assume that the Rama has not killed Ravana, then Ravana would be still there. When Sahadeva comes to down south, do you think he would have been able to defeat Ravana? No, it's not possible. So when Rama fought a war, he thought it in long run. Okay, so if I kill him, Vibhishna will be the king of Lanka. So in the consecutive birth, Dwapara Yuga, when Sahadeva comes, Vibhishna will be able to accept Yudhishthira as an emperor. Okay. Else, if Ravana was there as king of the Lanka, when Sahadeva comes, definitely Ravana would have fought with them. Okay, and it was impossible for Yudhishthira and Sahadeva to defeat Ravana. So Rama thought in the long run. Okay, what happens if I do now? What will be the impact in the later stage? So that's very essential. Now there is a very another interesting fact. People, Krishna wears that peacock feather, right? There's a very specific reason associated in Ramayana. So once Ravana was coming to visit a place where yajna was happening, some homas and other things were happening. So Indra, Yama, everybody were sitting there. Varuna, everybody was sitting there. The moment they saw Ravana coming, out of fear, Indra took the form of a peacock bird, Yama took the form of a crow, and I think Varuna took the form of, I think, Hamsa. Okay, so now if you see, right, once Ravana came and went back, again they regained their original form, but they gave a boon to the birds. For example, Indra told peacock that the eyes in his body would be represented by his feather. Okay, so you can see in peacock you have thousands of eyes, right? Hundreds of eyes. So basically he is telling that that peacock would be representing Indra. Okay, and typically then the crow, which Yama took the form. Yama says you represent Pitrus. So that's the reason we always do some sort of during our ceremony days or something, right? We keep something to the crow also, because it represents Pitrus. Who gave that boon? It's basically the Yama, because he had taken the form of crow when Ravana came. So he gave a boon to crows, saying that you represent Pitrus. Now in Mahabharata, Krishna was wearing that peacock feather because that represented Indra. And in Mahabharata, who is Indra? Arjuna. And Arjuna was a very strong devotee of Krishna. So to represent that Indra, he is very fond of Indra, in this avatar he kept a peacock feather on his crown. Okay, so this is one of the very interesting reasons. People don't understand why Krishna is having feather. Let's see one more thing in terms of, say, astrology. We always say that Hanuman we worship Hanuman to control Shani. Okay, we also need to pray to Rama also, but I'll explain what is the relationship between Hanuman and Shani. Shani represents Vayu Tattva in astrology. Okay, and who is Hanuman? He is an avatar of Vayu. Okay, that's first point. And second point, the attribute of Shani is such that he expects people to work without expecting results. He expects people to work very hard until the objective is attained. Now let's come to the case of Hanuman in this case. How Hanuman does exactly the same. He works without expecting anything from Rama, and he ensures that the task is completed. Okay, so he keeps trying until the task is completed. So essentially it's like Shani expects you to be more like a karma yogi, and that's what Hanuman is doing. That it's a very interesting aspect. And if you look in detail also, Rahu houses is also associated with Vayu. So that's the reason Saturn and Rahu are also friends, because Rahu's stars are always located in the Vayu Tattva. So I'm just telling about some sort of a correlation between Hanuman and Shani and other. Okay, and let me okay. So if you take the case of Ramayana, okay, Rama was ruling the kingdom, and Rama had a lot of spies in his kingdom who used to give him the information about what is happening in the kingdom. Now the question comes, why Rama required spies when he himself knows everything? The reason is, it is the duty of a king to have certain things to be done. Okay, so irrespective of whether you knew or not, but it is mandatory. This how a king should have, or king should behave. He should be spying, because he needs to get a real time correct feedback about what is happening in the kingdom. The best way is to have spies. So that's the reason Rama had a lot of spies in his kingdom who used to give him the real time information. So the essentially, if you ask what is the summary of Ramayana, Ramayana is more about the process, protection, and never get disturbed based on the situation. Though we cannot be Rama, but it's more like Rama was never deviated from his path based on the situations. So these are the some of the moral lessons that we need to learn from Ramayana. Okay, so I think from the next thing videos, I'll start putting some sort of videos into the astrology, because I'm giving some sort of a hints in between. In the consecutive videos, I'll try to focus something more on the astrology side. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, please write it in the description below. I'll try to read, and I'll answer if I know the answer. And don't hesitate to ask questions. One of the problems we especially among Hindus face is that we are very reluctant to ask questions. Unless you ask questions, you will never have a full knowledge of the complete epic. Okay, so I would request everyone to ask questions. Even it can be a very silly question or basic question. Don't underestimate yourself, because what is basic for you can be a complex for someone else. So keep that in mind. Ask questions, because these are more about having a pragmatic view of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, I'll start posting more videos maybe on a weekly basis. Thanks for watching. Namaskar.